This is a clip from the Red Cow Arcade podcast.
Shredder's Revenge, it's fucking awesome. I mean, does it replace, would you just always play that instead of the originals? No, because the originals have a certain je ne sais quoi that you can never recreate. And I do think that the sprites of the turtles themselves, like the less chibi versions is better, but the animation is really, really good. The gameplay is that really, I think the star of this thing is the gameplay.
Mm-hmm. So what is it? What makes it like different or enhanced or the same?
So when you start the game, they show you like you can skip it, but they show you like the 21 moves that you can do with any given character. Unlike the originals where, it really was strike, jump and strike, special attack, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
This is like there's like 4-hit combos, there's you can suplex, you can throw at the camera like in Turtles in Time. You can double jump. You can slide. You can do all kinds of stuff, and it also helps too that like there's something more satisfying about hitting enemies for some reason. I can't quite explain why, but like I don't know. I think in the originals, if you struck an enemy, I think you would get in like 1 or 2 hits before they fell away. And this is like it's at least 4, but they're stunned while you're hitting them. So if you punch successively enough, so really you're just trying to avoid other people trying to attack you. And they're very inventive with the kinds of enemies. I mean, like, like there's a mall level, and before they attack you, like the foot soldiers come out with like shopping bags. There's like tons of great humor like that.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of flair, a lot of character.
And that you probably saw the 2D animation they released when they announced the game, but somehow seeing it on the Switch, like it looks so good. I mean, somebody really put some time into that animation.
Yeah, seems like people put a lot of time in the game too. So
yeah, they really did. And I actually am not a huge fan of the Scott Pilgrim game. I tried to get into it. I tried to get into the coin thing, and I wasn't super into it.
It's more like it's like kind of like River City Ransom.
Yeah, it's like based on that, right? Yeah, but I found it a little too hard. I couldn't quite get past like the first few challenges, and this is a lot easier. And there's difficulty settings. So there's like chill, there's normal, and there's hard. There's a cool little map like in the turtle van to go to each level.
Oh, okay, cool.
There are like collectibles so that you'll get a challenge, you'll uncover a challenge, and you have to collect that stuff to unlock whatever. There's Vernon. I don't know if you remember Vernon from the animated series.
Yeah.
Like kind of like wimpy dude. And I guess in the game, like you have to collect his VHS tapes because he works for the news station. And when you unlock the challenge, he goes, "Find my VHS tapes." Like somebody knew that guy was funny sounding, and like they played it up. It's great. I really have no complaint. Like it's very rare that I have no complaints. I got no complaints. Maybe one. Because people are bound to hook that thing up to an arcade cab with a 4x3 screen.
Oh, right.
A 4x3 mode would have been really cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of photos of people playing it on their arcade 1-ups.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. They should really. I went to a thing recently it was a barcade in Boston called Versus, and they had one of those gigantic Nickelodeon 4-player Turtles games. It's like the modern Turtles beat 'em up. It's pretty good. It's very fun. That's the kind of, I mean, release that, would you please? Can we play that at home? Would it be so bad?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, for whatever I paid for it, $30 or whatever it was. And I did buy the big ridiculous collection that won't come out until December. But I'll just play the game digitally until then.
Yeah. I fired up because I was trying to get some footage of the Wii Virtual Console loading. And since my Wii U has all of my Wii Virtual Console stuff on it, I booted up my Wii U. and I was just like checking out the home screen. I was like, oh yeah, like NES Remix. That was a fun little game, and it's like what a no brainer. Just if you just put that on the Switch, and
Yeah.
I have no idea why. And then also, I saw Twilight Princess HD is on there and Wind Waker HD. It's like, how come these games aren't on the Switch? It's like 4 games I saw right there. It seems like it would be no brainer to put on.
Yeah, if you're gonna release 3D Worlds, it's time to release everything, right?
Yeah,
Like 3D World was the premier title on the Wii U. You finally ported it. Now it's time to get like I got 5 years ago not porting everything because it was kind of a spit in the face to the Wii U people. At this point though, it's make some money, would you please? I mean, you could. I actually bought. There was a NES Remix 1 and 2 for the 3DS, and I bought that for like $10.
Yeah, I kind of want to get that because just seeing them on the Wii U, but it's hard to bring the Wii U with you. So
Right. Exactly.
I kind of want it as a quick diversion.
I always thought it'd be fun to like a kid who had never seen the retro games. That might NES Remix might be a good way in.
Yeah, especially since I've been working on this NES video. It just feels really good to play like little tiny versions, little small challenges.
I was showing my nephews the Nintendo Online with some of the old games and stuff, and they recognize all the iconography, but there's like a mental block where they find it really challenging. And but the youngest one, the 6-year-old, he was like, "Hey, Uncle Frankie, you know that Sonic game you play? You know that really old Sonic game? It looks really old and it's really old." he's like, "I've played that before, you know." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Sonic 1, Sonic 2?" He's like, "Yeah, the old one." And he's like, "Do you have it on your phone?" I said, "I do." And I pulled it up, and he actually was pretty decent at it. I mean, he wasn't flying through it or anything, but he was able to find. You can tell how well made some of those games are by just kind of how he can intuit his way through it.
Yeah. Actually, I fired up the original Super Mario Brothers today with Gabriel. He said he wanted to see it, and this is not the first time he's seen like the style in Mario Maker and stuff like that. And I gave him the controller, and he was actually pretty decent at it. I think that like they really nailed the language of video games, and with that, even though it's a little bit janky, he still got it, and I think he loves Super Mario 64. Like he doesn't see that as a weird old game. He thinks it's
Gloria really likes 64 as well. Tonight we were playing Galaxy. She just likes to run around the observatory and fall off and get bubbled up. She just loves that for some reason.
Yeah, we've been listening to the Galaxy soundtrack because it's got some great orchestrated tunes.
And it's kind of lullaby-ish if you wanted to go for like the calmer ones and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually did hand Super Mario Brothers 1 to my 8-year-old nephew. The kid couldn't hack it, man. You know what he couldn't figure out, and I realize how instrumental it is to the game. He couldn't figure out how to hold B and press A.
Yeah, Gabriel has trouble with that sometimes.
It's like, you can't get over a pipe if you can't get momentum in your jump.
Yeah, sometimes he gets it and sometimes he doesn't. Because even in like Super Mario 3D World, he neglects to do the run. But sometimes when you do the run, it's like it goes like too fast for him. You know?
Yeah.
But
when they were talking about how old Sonic was, I was like, yeah, it's old. It's real old. But I'm like, there are older looking games, kid. I mean, like this, there's a lot of indie games that come out on a weekly basis that look as good or worse than this. I mean, like, but I suppose that's a good segue into Sonic Origins, which I don't have a ton to say about. It came out today, and I only just started to play it. But another awesome collection, obviously, with custom animation. It was super cool, and these Christian Whitehead mobile ports were long overdue for a nice release like this, and they really, really didn't disappoint. I haven't gotten there yet, but I hear that it was always theorized that the reason that you don't see Sonic 3 and Knuckles in many of the collections is because of the Michael Jackson music that got canned. And so I hear that they had to get like one of the original orchestrators and have him reorchestrate some of or rewrite some new music. So I'm actually kind of excited to listen to the new music. I'm not like super pissed about that. There's if I want to play the original in widescreen,
You got it.
There's
I could
ways
load
to
it
do
up right there.
yeah, it's no big deal. But there's a couple. So I started playing Anniversary Edition, and from what I could tell, yeah, it's like when you start up the first, it kind of launches you into the first game. Like I didn't see an option to go to like Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic CD. I think it's awesome that they included Sonic CD. That's like because those really are the four. If you talk about classic 2D Sonic.
Yeah.
It would be nice if someday somebody somewhere could release the Sega Master System games because they're really good and they kind of deserve a little bit more time. But
yeah, they're a bit forgotten. Like people barely mention them.
yeah, and I think like Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 are in their own class. Like these are like really, really high quality Sonic games. Sonic CD I think is much better than Sonic 1, but it's kind of a little in the Sonic 1 vein. But I was playing through a couple of levels of Sonic 1, and it's okay. Green Hill Zone is strong, and the rest is not. And kind of everybody knows that. And it's enough for me to kind of be like, why don't they just... Yeah, the Sega Master System ones at least rival this. They might even be better. They're like the platforming is a little bit more sophisticated.
Yeah, I think I liked Sonic 1 for the Master System better than Sonic 1.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But so they kind of make you play them linearly, I think, if you do Anniversary mode. And when you boot up the first game, it shows a custom animation about the first game. And I don't know if there's more animations to come. That'd be really cool. If like as you get to like the final bosses and stuff, you get to watch some new animations. I think that might be the case. But the biggest thing that jumped out that I hadn't heard people talk about so much was I knew they got rid of the lives system. So there's no lives. You can die as many times as you'd like.
Can you like turn that on if you like were like an idiot and wanted to?
Probably. I didn't see. I didn't dig into the menu. But there is Classic Edition, so you can play the original games in 4x3 and whatever.
I see.
But so you collect lives and you collect rings to get more lives. So what do they replace that with? They replaced it with coins. So there was always rings. Some people even mistakenly called rings coins. Now there really are coins. And so like instead of a life, you get one coin. And it's meant to be a coin, I think, in the arcade terminology. So if you get 50 rings and you get the big ring at the end and you do the special stage and you lose at the special stage, you can spend a coin to try again.
That's good. That's nice. That's
now, if I was in charge...
good dad luxury.
Exactly. If I was in charge, when you unlock a special stage, you can go back to that special stage at the menu. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
But I like that, because it otherwise it gets stupid with like, you just run through Green Hill Zone just to get to the 50 rings, just to get the Chaos Emerald. And so this is a nice, like, it's probably a better incentive for getting the collectibles than, especially if you're a good player, than the lives. And you will need to retry the special stages. Because if you ever, nobody aces the blue spheres, for instance.
Yeah. I just, because I was actually playing Sonic 3 on my Ambernick device. And yeah, I got to the like one of the parts where you have to like zigzag through like the bouncy spheres to collect the blue balls, and you time it just wrong and it bounces you back into a red sphere.
I was playing it with ROM saves, and even that I was losing a lot. so even the coin system probably won't save me. Look, buying that game was an absolute no brainer. It really is. It's analogous to Turtles, where you got Shredder's Revenge, you got the Cowabunga collection, you've got Sonic Origins, you got Sonic Mania. Man,
like if you want to play a lot of really high quality like retro throwbacks, the Switch is a great way to go, man.
I'm telling you, man, the majority of the stuff on my Switch is this indie $10 stuff. It's the majority of it. I dig it. It breathes new life into video games for me. Yeah. The AAA stuff isn't what excites me.
Yeah, it's just like the Switch is mostly what I need. Like, I don't need much more power than that.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.